In this installment, we're going to be going over the NBA playoff bet slate for Saturday, May 25th. Let's get into it. Hey, yo! Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to bring you the winning ingredients for our May 25th NBA playoff bet slate we got going on for Saturday. But before we deep dive into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MetsNetsJetsD. Don't forget about that TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about that Patreon, all right? Now, we're at the homepage of the YouTube channel, currently at 5.18 thousand subscribers. This is the road to 10,000, and you guys are showing so much love and support. Continue to do so. Continue to like and comment so we can grow our audience to a bigger one here, infiltrating that YouTube algorithm. All right, so it's gonna be very crucial for you guys to continue to like and comment. If you're not subscribed right now, I don't know why not. You are missing out on a great community on YouTube and on Patreon. So click that subscribe button right this second. And if you don't feel like doing that, as long as you're viewing this video here, click the like button as well. All right. Now, for the Patreon, in the previous video, we had the Boston Celtics. That came through -9. That's what I gave out to everyone there on the video, and I also put a little bit on any player to score 40 points. There was some odd reason that was one of the boosts, and I decided to throw on it, and it happened to be Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum. I expected Tatum to have a huge game, but it was Brown. Okay, and then if you watched yesterday's video here, I did give out Timberwolves money line. All right, I did give out Timberwolves money line, but I had no confidence in that spread, despite the fact that all the public was on the Timberwolves. I went after every other capper, every other YouTube capper, every other Instagram capper was -5, -5 Wolves, -5 Wolves, -5 Wolves. And I was like, I don't really trust them. So if you signed up for the Patreon, as you can see right here, I put up for the best value, Mavs +6, all right, for value, all right. I did, like I said, I posted the video. The play that I put in the video was Timberwolves money line. But the reason I did that is because I thought it was going to be a very close game. And it was. It came all the way down to the line here. I wrote it right here. I think this is a close game. I don't trust the Timberwolves to cover. All right. I do not trust the Timberwolves to cover. And it literally came down to the last shot there. Rudy Gobert against Luka Doncic. Beautiful one-on-one display by one of the most talented NBA players we have on the planet here in Luka Doncic. And he got his revenge on Rudy Gobert, making the game-winning shot. So if you want up-to-date picks, all right, if you want winning plays, if you want a community of guys that's going to support you as well, you sign up for that Patreon link provided down below. For our one matchup on Saturday, we got the Boston Celtics going up against the Indiana Pacers here. Game number 3 in Indiana. Looking at the current odds right now, the Boston Celtics on the road, they are road favorites here, -275 on the money line, with the comeback of the Indiana Pacers at a +220. The point spread is at a 6.5, so it did drop down 3 points going from the venue of the Garden to the Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indiana. They adjusted it by 3, even with the questionable tag on Tyrese Halliburton. All right. The current total is at 222.5. They adjusted that total as well. They dropped it 2 points. And for the public bet percentage here, 85% of the bets, 67% of the money, all over Boston. This is what I expected. Boston being the public favorite here, with the point spread being right down the middle between public. Okay. 51% of the bets and 60% of the money on the Pacers for that +6.5. And in the total, 96% of the bets, 98% of the money on the over 222.5. All right. I'm telling you right now, probably the best bet, the absolute best bet is probably the over. Just taking that over yet again, 222.5. Even though the Pacers do play better on the road. This is why the Pacers are 6-0 at home, is because they play better defense here. But before we get into our plays here, the injury report: Luke Cornett is going to be out of game number 3, and Kristaps Porzingis still does not have nowhere near an inclination of when he's going to come back. They already talked about it on the broadcast that Kristaps Porzingis, whatever reports you thought came out, that was not true at all. They declined those comments, and they said he is nowhere near coming back by game 4. People thought by game 4 he'll come back. Is not going to happen, okay? For the Indiana Pacers here, we're waiting on news about Tyrese Halliburton. He did aggravate that hamstring. Hopefully we get positive news for him to play in game number 3 here. And that is a huge loss, obviously, all right? The leader of this team, and obviously one of their all-star players. So when we're looking at game number 3 here, and this line at 6.5, do you expect? I kind of expected to go a little bit higher, but I think it might just stay fully there. Obviously, in game number 2, it was a blowout win. We were all over that, despite the fact that the Pacers and Rick Carlisle sat their starters with 9 minutes to go. That was very, very fishy. Very, very fishy that he would sit his starters with 9 minutes left in the game, and it was still in the area of a comeback, all right, or at least covering the number. For all of the public bettors there, they were definitely SOL in that situation. So I'm gonna think about it if Halliburton is out. Okay, if Halliburton is out, I'm still going to be on the side here of the Indiana Pacers in the points. This is game number 3. This is the first game at home. This is the Pacers where they have excelled and they play better defense. This is the only time that they have the most energy, that they can even think they can get back in this series, is game number 3. First game at home, not the second. If the Boston Celtics take the win out of the Pacers in game number 3, that's going to be it. That's nails in the coffin. Obviously, you're down 3-0. This is where you're going to get the best punch from the Pacers, despite the fact if Halliburton is in or out. When you have a home team here, this is when the role players step up. So I expect a big game from TJ McConnell. That's why I put him up there. I expect a big game from Nembhard. I expect a big game from Aaron Naismith. I expect domination from Pascal Siakam, which we saw throughout that whole entire game. Every time Boston would get up, the Pacers would still be there, even without Halliburton in the game. They would show back up and make it a competitive game until they threw in a white towel with 10 minutes left in the game. All right, so we're gonna go and ride with the Pacers here with their last best punch of this series in game number 3 at home. Give me the plus 6.5 here, and if we're going with the total, obviously it's gonna lean the way these two teams play. It should always lean towards the over. Despite the fact it might even look ugly in the first half, things turn up in that second half, and it tends to leak over. All right, so we're gonna go with the over 222.5 and the plus 6.5. Let me know in that comment section down below. What are you guys gonna be going towards? Am I crazy, or is this gonna be another Boston blowout? Yes. Boston plays better on the road. They're 4-0, and you got Pacers. They're 6-0, but all the public and the money is on the Boston side. I think we get a fighting, scratching, clawing Indiana Pacer team that can at least keep it close down the wire. This is their last and final effort here. All right, so let me know in that comment section down below. What are your thoughts? What are your props? Also, if you want the premium plays, sign up to that link provided down below, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, peace out.